Hello everyone! So this video is a special one. For context, this took more than 2 days to complete. It started the first day the Halloween patch came out with the new event with the Halloween candies, and it ended days later after they've already been nerfed and the new patch came out. That's how long this took. And usually it's me breaking the game. But to be honest, this time the game broke me. This took way too long. But I had to see how much I could scale up these candies and if it's worth it. So here we're just getting economy stuff like usual and just trying to get a good enough run. Because we have to get to day 6, hope to get the Halloween event, and if we don't, we have to reset. So at this point, I'd already been resetting for ages. Because not only do you have to get the event, you have to have a good enough run to where you can actually survive after you get it. But here we have 2 dream catchers on day 4. And now we're just looking for something to use it on. But there we find another dream catcher. We get a treasure chest. Now we're just looking for something to reduce the cooldown on. And there we see a bulwark, which is good enough. It can keep us alive. And this fight we're probably gonna lose, but we're at least gonna be reducing the cooldown on the bulwark. And hopefully later, the 1 second bulwark, if we can give it some multicast, will be enough to keep us alive. It would be better though to have an economy setup here. But considering how many times you have to get to day 6 to actually get the event, you just have to take what you get. So let's see if we can find some economy here. We do have a nature skull there, and with the low cooldown on the bulwark, I think it's worth it to just start multicasting it. Start scaling this up a bit faster. So it looks like we're gonna lose, but we might already get this down to 1 second. There we go. And there we have the candies, which is what makes this work. So the blue candy you saw there gave us 1 free reroll. And the candies, they improve for each other candy you've used this run. So the next candy will give us 2 free rerolls. And considering in these type of runs, the reroll costs usually start costing thousands of gold per, having them free makes a difference. There's another one that gives us 2 rerolls. And there's an axe build. But luckily this bulwark is shielding more than this guy's dealing damage. And if you guys haven't seen the patch notes, the axes, they've been heavily nerfed. Now the frost axe, instead of having the start of combat trigger, it's on first trigger. You get the extra hits. So you can't use the night quills to multiply it, which kind of kills the axe build. It's still decent, but it's nothing like what it used to be. There we got the lost fragment, so now we can start multicasting our life essence. So with a 1 second life essence here, we can just get some insane HP for day 8. And the dream catcher here, reducing the moon knife, it's completely useless, but all the other items are already at 1 second, so might as well. So there we have Carmen. We don't have economy, but with these candies, it honestly doesn't matter, because with the free rerolls, you can get infinite money with the chests. So you buy the treasure chests, and when you sell them, you get 2 goblets. And when you buy more chests, you get more goblets. And when you get 3 goblets, you get a free item, which you can sell. So on average, you will earn money by buying only the chests. So as long as you have enough time and patience and sanity left, you can complete whatever build you want by just buying the chests. So now we're up to 8 free rerolls with the candies. So that's nothing close to enough. Like, we already ran out. But as soon as we get that number up and can start consistently finding chests, then we're good. Then we can do whatever we want. So here we're already up to 35,000 HP with a bulwark shielding for another 15,000. Very few builds can kill us at this point. Now the storm is kicking in. There we go. So now we're just using the value potions to get the chests cheaper. And this is where it starts. So now we're at 20, 30 free rerolls. Just looking for more chests. There's even more. As you can see, we're gaining money by doing this. Just sell the goblets, get more chests. We're skipping pretty much everything besides the chests. Because if we run out of money, we have to stop rolling. And there we ran out of free rerolls. So we have to do the next fight. But that's probably the last shopping phase that lasts less than 3 hours. So this guy is applying a ton of bleed. Even our setup here can't survive that. And while we're rolling for chests here, I have something to tell you guys. And you have to promise not to get mad, or I won't tell you. Okay, you've promised, thank you. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, so imagine me spending 12 hours buying these candies. And then I decide this might be a good video. And I've already lost half my sanity, and I don't want to redo it. So instead of restarting, I kept going. And the further in I got, the less I wanted to redo this. And by the time this ended, the new patch was already out. So I couldn't redo it. So I hope you forgive me, but in the real run, we did pretty much the exact same thing as we did here. So we just keep buying these chests. On average, they're giving us like 3 gold. So with enough time, we can get whatever build we want. And we don't have any in-combat scaling. So it's not like anything is different. Because the only thing we care about is how many candies we buy. Well, let's just skip to the actual video, and I hope you're not too mad. Okay, now that that's over, here you have the real run. We have almost 50 million free rerolls. But look at our HP, we're almost at 1 billion HP, which was believed to be the HP cap. But as you're about to see, it isn't, because we went past it. That's 1 billion, and let's do a 20-hour cut. Now we have 4 billion HP. We have almost 200 million free rerolls. And at this point, I was so done with this. The anticipation to see how much damage this would do had built up too much. I couldn't keep going. And I wanted to have access to the PC again. So here we're just giving crit to our random spear. Each candy is giving almost 100,000 crit. And then we're gonna feed this spear into the Cobalt Spear, which gains 8 times the amount. And then, of course, we use a Warhorn, which will give it damage equal to the crit. We make them both dark to make them perma-trigger with this Dark Orb setup. And then, for some reason, we get a bugged fight with no name, 1000 HP, and we overkill him by billions. And now we just have to use up these candies. The only ones we care about are the crit ones. We're just using the HP ones and everything else first. As you can see, the HP ones were giving us 1,000,000 HP per. Shield candy is giving almost 50,000 per candy. We're just using the damage and the crit one on a random spear again to feed it into the Kobold Spear. And for some reason I didn't have footage of it, but the spear had 4.5 billion crit. And we're already in the quintillions of damage. And we have 6 billion HP, which, because the candies are nerfed, will probably never be even close to beaten. Unless new items are released, of course. So, in retrospect, this video was a horrible idea. So the concept is super interesting. Like, how much can we scale these candies? And how much damage can we deal? Which theoretically is infinite. You just need enough time. But I don't have that much time. I don't want to spend more than 2 days doing this. So we're dealing good damage, but we're not dealing that much. I was expecting way more. Like, this is insane amounts of damage. But considering you can deal 300 quintillion with the Blazing Bull in a run that takes you a few hours at most, dealing the same amount after days and days of doing this was not the outcome I wanted. But it was an experience, to say the least. And I do hope you enjoyed the video, even though I didn't have that much footage of the actual run. Although all of the content would have been just buying candies, so it wouldn't have been fun to watch anyways, which is why this video was a terrible idea. But I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.